Now, let's talk about why I love when things get tough in my life. I'm talking about financially or, spiritually. The reason why I feel like when things get tough, it's like you have a reason to depend on God even more. You know, I just love the fact that, when I end up without a job, or I lose my job, or I get fired, or whatever the reason it might be, I just feel like that's what I needed. You know what I mean? That's what I needed to like read more of my Bible, get in touch with the Lord, seek Him for real. You know what I'm saying? Because you want to see a miracle, and that's the reason. You know, I feel like when you lose a job or whatever the situation it might be, your car breaks down, or you lose friends, or even a family member, pass away or whatever. That's when I feel like God is like getting you closer to Him. So I thank God for the struggles, because if that don't happen, I feel like you're living in a bubble. But when you are facing, hard times, like I remember when I was living in Florida, I was living there, and there will be times when, like, the company that I was working for will get like slow with work, or let's say there is no work. It's slow right now. We're slow, and obviously you start thinking like, man, how am I gonna eat? Like, how am I? Because I mean, even though I'm single and I got no kids, I still feel like you lose your job and you're like, man, like, how am I gonna survive? Like, yeah, I don't have kids or anything, but like, what's up? You know what I mean? But once I started trusting God more, I feel like things can get crazy. They can get, life can get tough, but I feel like at peace. You know what I mean? Because I know God will provide for me and my family. But that feeling, that trust that Jesus make you feel when you have Him in your life is just different than when you don't have God in your life. You feel like the world comes crashing down. You don't know what to do. Should I, drink more because that's the only way I can like forget about my situation, forget about my problems. But when you have God, it's like, man, I'm gonna pray. See what the Lord is gonna do in my life. See what He has in the store for me. I know He's got good plans for me, because of the word, that's what it says in the Bible. He's got good plans for us, you know, to prosper us and not harm us. So my thing is, when life gets tough, pray harder. When life gets you to the ground, get up and keep moving. Keep praising God. Not just because things are going bad. Oh, I'm not gonna pray no more. Oh, I'm not gonna like sing no more. No. When things get tough, that's when you gotta pray the most. That's when you have to, I mean, you have to all the time. But what I'm saying is, like, when things get tough, keep praying, man. Keep praising God. If you like to sing, keep singing. If you see someone in need, pray for them. I know there is a lot of people in need of that, and we have to show up. We have to show up, for His kingdom, because we don't follow Jesus just for fun or for what He provides. You know what I mean? Even though He does anyways. But my point is, like, I don't follow Jesus. Like, I don't trust Him just because He is what He is. No, I mean, we are supposed to do that. We are supposed to depend on God. That's our Father. That's our, that's our healer. You know, that's my healer. That's my doctor. That's like whatever is going on in my life, I let him know real quick. Look, Lord, I feel lonely. You know, I feel depressed. I feel like life doesn't make any sense right now. And things might get tough, but at the end of the day, God has the final word, and he can open doors for us. He can take us from zero to hero, basically. But hey, God bless y'all. God bless y'all.